Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. As it gets colder outside, I wanted to give you a updated version of how to prep your skin for makeup going into winter. As the season changes and the temperature changes, so does your skin. Okay, so first things first, I'm really big on doing some kind of hydrating toner or essence. I have a bunch of favorites, but I actually have a new favorite that I've been using for the past couple weeks since it started getting more cold outside. I don't know if you're like me, but as soon as the wind picks up, my allergies kick in horribly. But also my skin starts to feel instantly tight and itchy and dry. Like that, you know, that tight feeling where your skin just sucks up any kind of moisture that you put on it. Here is my foolproof way of getting some instant hydration and moisture in your skin before you even go in with a serum and a moisturizer and your sunscreen and then your makeup. What I use professionally in my makeup kit, as you probably know by now, is the Fenty Milky Toner. It's like an essence. It's a little bit thicker. It kind of feels like a hybrid between an actual liquid essence and more of a serum. So it's got like a thicker feeling to it. I've been loving this one for a very similar reason. This has a more thicker consistency to it. It's from the brand Goodall and it's a vegan rice milk. It's a moisturizing toner. I love a moisturizing toner. So if you have not incorporated a moisturizing toner into your skin prep for makeup going into cold months, you are missing out. This is like the first step I think that is absolutely crucial to getting that good hydration and that good like skin plumping effect. If you hit your skin just with a moisturizer or even just with a serum and it's totally dry, you're not going to get the full benefits. And this is something I talk about all the time. And it's especially important for prepping your skin for makeup. You want your makeup to go on top of juicy, plumped, super hydrated, and then moisturized and then protected skin. That is the best method you could use for a skin prep for makeup. So let me show you what this looks like on. You're not going to really be able to tell, but let me tell you firsthand, the feeling of this on my skin is like an instant drink of like just hydrating water. So love this one. I'm going to pour it in my hand and I'm so excited to get this on because prior to filming this video, I haven't put my skin prep on. So I showered, washed my face, and normally right after I just go into my skincare, within seconds of getting out of the shower, like right away, I get my skin prep on. So the fact that I waited to film this video, my skin is like, it's just absolutely screaming for some hydration. Now, there's no technical way that you need to put this on. Pour it in your hand, press it onto your skin, rub it, be gentle, whatever it takes to get the job done. Now, I also take a little bit more. I have the driest hands and legs, TMI, but I have the driest legs, I think, in America. I have such dry legs and I put layers and layers of lotion and it's never quite enough. So I'm gonna let this soak in for a couple seconds. If you try this at home, you'll notice this has like a tackier feeling to it. So I like to allow a couple seconds at least for it to dry down before I go in with my next skin prep. Now, while this is drying down, a common theme that happens when you are starting to incorporate thicker, more emollients, more hydrating and moisturizing products into your skin prep for makeup is as you start to build on those products, there's a high probability, and there's a high chance of them pilling. So in order to minimize that as much as possible, but still get the benefits of layering multiple moisturizing products on your skin, you want to allow ample time for them to dry down in between. So if that means you got to fill in your eyebrows after each step, or you got to do maybe curl your lashes in between just to like multitask while you're waiting for those products to dry down, then think of ways to do it. Make your coffee, drink some water. Okay, now that I've talked, we can go into the next step. So we start from lightest always to then finishing with the thickest and probably the protection in this case, which is going to be like the sunscreen. So I love this. This has been such a fantastic product, and it's feels weird for me to mention a skincare product from MAC Cosmetics because, MAC Cosmetics is a makeup brand, but I worked for the brand for years and years ago, and I always loved their skin prep, probably because I didn't know any better. And it was like the first thing that was like readily available for me to use to like actually take care of my skin. So it was like my first introduction to skincare was through MAC Cosmetics, to be quite honest. So I'm proud to say that I love this one. It's a newer product. It's the Hyper Real Serumizer. It's a skin balancing hydration serum. Anything that has hydration in it or antioxidant or both, this is just such a fantastic way to instantly hydrate your skin. So let me pump out. I usually do about 3 pumps and then I go from there. Now with this, oh my gosh, that's just so nice. I love the way this feels under my eyes. So I usually go and really press it under my eyes and just get it all over my skin. Get on the eyelids. Be careful, don't get it into your eyes, obviously. But this just feels so silky and so hydrating. It is a perfect product to wear underneath your makeup. Obviously, I wouldn't expect anything less. It's from MAC Cosmetics. Their whole goal is to prep your skin and make products that are actually going to work well with makeup. So trust that this is going to work incredibly well under your makeup. And going into the winter months where it's really cold and your skin gets chapped and it just sucks up that moisture so quick, this is a great product to really give you that extra boost of hydration and moisture so your makeup looks plump and juicy on top. The last thing you want in the winter is your skin to look dry and dull, and then your makeup to look dry and dull on top of it. This actually absorbs really, really quickly. So we're gonna jump next into a moisturizer. This is what's gonna lock in your moisture and all those hydrating products. It's what's gonna seal it in so you don't lose that moisture. So this is really important when you're prepping your skin for any time of the year, but especially in winter, of course. You wanna lock in all those layers of hydration so you don't lose them. Okay, so here's where we have options. So if you are someone who has severely dry skin, where you need more than just a moisturizing sunscreen to wear underneath your makeup to prep your skin, then I would suggest either something thicker, like a rich, thick cream, or this one. This is from La Roche-Posay. I've used this underneath makeup 3 dozen times, 4 dozen times. I've used almost half of this tube, so I've used it quite a few times. It works really well under makeup. It feels amazing. It is a really thick moisturizer, but it doesn't feel that way. So it's emollient and it gives you a really great amount of moisture. So underneath your makeup in the winter, this is gonna feel fantastic, but it doesn't feel heavy. So that's a great point and a great talking point that I just want to point out there. So if you're someone who's like afraid of putting too thick of a moisturizer underneath their makeup in the winter, even when they're more dry, then I would suggest trying this out because it does give great moisture, but it doesn't feel like it's heavy on your skin. So I'm going to take a little bit of this and really, again, just a little bit. And the main place I'm going to focus is on the areas of my face that are even more dry. So the areas of my face that tend to be drier than other places are under my eye. So right here and along my mouth and my jaw. Now this is where it's customizable, and everyone's different. Everyone's going to have different skin needs. But if you don't want to go too intense with your moisturizer under makeup and you want to save some room for a moisturizing sunscreen, then I would do that kind of step where you just put it in the places that you need it the most and you don't overwhelm your skin with too many layers of moisturizer that you don't quite need. But again, disregard that if you're really dry, you could put it all over and then put your moisturizing sunscreen on top of it too. Last but not least, you wanna make sure your skin is protected. So if you're out and about in the sun, in the daytime, even if there's no sun, going into winter, you still wanna protect your skin with an SPF. I know there's some varying opinions on that and whether you need a sunscreen in the winter months when it's gloomy and it's cold or it's rainy outside. I still say just go for it. Just use it. If there's any chance that there's gonna be some sun peeking through and you're out and about, you might as well not risk that and just put a sunscreen on top of your skin underneath your makeup. So this one's from NATURIUM. This one, I will say, I can't use this one in the summer months because for me personally, I have more combination oily skin and this just makes me a little too glowy for my skin type. But in the winter months when my skin is tight and dry and I need that extra bit of moisture, this is what I have to have on hand. This is like a moisturizing. It feels so good on your skin. It has SPF 50, so it's a really high protection from the sun. So I'm gonna put this on top of the La Roche-Posay and I'm gonna put this all over. So now, what I like to do is warm up the sunscreen and then swipe it on. And again, I just want to point out, make sure you are allowing enough time in between for these steps too and these products to dry down. So you minimize the chances of them pilling once you're layering them on top. This is really, really important so you don't get frustrated when you're prepping your skin for makeup in the winter. So even in the winter months, don't think more is more. Like don't think I'm going to just load up on hydrator and I'm going to load up on serum and I'm going to put a ton of moisturizer on top of my skin and then a ton of sunscreen. You still want to take into consideration that thin layers are going to work best under makeup, but it's a matter of switching out those layers for more hydrating ones. So in the winter, skip the primers. You don't need them. They don't add any benefits to your skin. You're not going to need them to keep your makeup on longer. I promise you, in the dead of winter, your skin is going to keep that makeup on longer because it's going to be just drier in nature. So utilize a good moisturizing SPF or a good moisturizing cream and use that as your primer. Trust me, primers are great for summer. They're great for longevity when it's really hot and humid outside, but they're not ideal for winter months. I'm telling you, just switch them out for these products or anything like these products and you're gonna have a much better outcome with your makeup. Okay, now here's the part of the tutorial where we wait. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes at least for my SPF to really soak into my skin. This is also important. So again, find something else you could do. Do your brows, do your eyeshadow. This is usually when I do my eyeshadow, and then go back to your skin and put your foundation on top. Now, speaking of foundation, I want to just call out a couple different formulas that I love going into winter. Some are drugstore and some are going to be high end. Let's start with the drugstore formulas I actually really love for more of an extra hydration and extra glow when we need it most, which is in the cold months like winter. So the first one is from L'Oreal. It's the Visible Lift. It's a serum foundation. This feels amazing on your skin. I love this one for a drugstore option. It looks beautiful on. It feels really hydrating, really just lightweight and gorgeous, and it gives you a nice glow too. The other one that is such an awesome foundation. This foundation is absolutely stunning. Drugstore or not, this foundation is just gorgeous. It's the True Match Lumi Healthy Luminous Makeup. This is beautiful on. It gives you like a really soft finish to your skin, gives you like a beautiful subtle glow. It's phenomenal. And lastly, my favorite drugstore foundation that is glowy has got to go hands down to the L'Oreal True Match Nude. This is a hyaluronic tinted serum. This looks so beautiful on. I recommend this to so many people. If you want like a good dupe for like an Armani Luminous Silk that has like a little bit more of like a light reflecting quality to it, this does have a pearlescent finish to it, but it's very subtle. But overall, this just gives you such a gorgeous glow to your skin. So if you want even more of a glowy finish, like that healthy moisturized look to your skin in the winter months, this is beautiful. Like highly, highly recommend this one from L'Oreal. It's stunning. And then for high end, I have two ones. One's from Dior and one is from MAC Cosmetics. This was launched at the same time as the Hyperreal Serumizer. It's the serum powered foundation. This has tons of skincare in it. Feels just like a skincare product, honestly. It feels just like a moisturizer on your skin. It feels so lightweight. It's really, really hydrating on your skin. So if you're someone who has severely dry skin and you want that extra bit of glow on top of that skin prep for winter, I highly recommend you check this one out. It's a gorgeous foundation from MAC. And the other one, this might be a surprise, but since Dior has reformulated their Backstage Face and Body, it is now quite a bit more glowy. The original formula is much more of a matte satin finish. This one's more of a satin plus some glow. So it's definitely more glowy, and I notice as I wear this throughout the day, it does continuously get a bit more glowy. So with that said, in the winter months, I think this is going to be a really great foundation to wear when it's colder outside and you want something that feels really lightweight, because this one feels like nothing. It's so thin. It has more of a watery consistency to it. It just feels like nothing on your skin. It's incredibly lightweight. It's very buildable, and it doesn't feel and look heavy. So in the winter months, when you just want like fresh, moisturized, plump looking skin, this as a topper, as a foundation, is going to be an incredible option. Now, I couldn't decide between the two of these as my foundation, so I thought I would just put one on one side and one on the other. So I'll be using the True Match Nude so you can see it on camera on top of this winter skin prep, and then the Dior Backstage Face and Body on top of this side. So let's start with the True Match Nude. And actually, make sure you shake this. Just a little FYI. Make sure you shake this pretty well. So this has a dropper to it, which is nice. It can get a little messy, so be careful. So I'm gonna take some of this True Match Nude and just drop it on my palette, and then going into your application of foundation. Okay, so one more tip when you're layering your foundation on top of your winter skin prep that's a little bit thicker than your typical summer skin prep, you wanna make sure that you're not buffing too aggressively. So when I'm layering my foundation on top of a heavier moisturizer or a heavier SPF, I wanna be really careful, and I take into consideration those layers that are underneath, and I don't wanna disrupt them. I don't wanna break it down. I don't wanna blend my foundation into those products. Instead, I just wanna layer them lightly on top. So I'm gonna take my 106 from BK Beauty and just lightly stamp it on. This is all you need to do. If you're using a good formula foundation and one that hopefully matches your skin really well, or at least close to it, then you're not gonna have to work super hard to buff the product into your skin to get that product to melt in and match with the rest of your body. So what I like to do is just press and be very gentle. And again, it's just all about being mindful that you have those products underneath. You don't wanna cause those products to pill up as you're blending your foundation on top. So if you ever have that problem, it's a really frustrating problem, like I said, this is a great technique for application to avoid that. Like for me, I'm very prone to pilling around my hairline. That's where like just things just go haywire. So in that area in particular, I'm really careful to just press the foundation on top. But you can see this foundation just gives you such a gorgeous glow. It's so stunning. I don't know why more people don't talk about this foundation. I think it's just such a gorgeous formula. Okay, now it's time for the Dior Backstage Face and Body on this side. I'm gonna shake this as well. This is a more liquidy formula, so you want to make sure you definitely shake it well before you apply it on your skin. So I'm going to pour some out. And for this foundation, I'll be applying it with the BK Beauty 101. This is a larger brush. It covers more ground quicker. So it's gonna get the job done at a very fast rate. So same technique, I'm just pouncing it and tapping it onto my skin. I'm not buffing it. You're gonna lift up your product and you're gonna disrupt that skincare that's underneath that you so carefully layered. So don't do that. Just press. This brush is a bit more firm, so it's gonna help to really press it onto my skin and blend at the same time. So I'm not gonna have to work hard to, buff it into my skin to make it go on. But look how quick that is. It's like 2 seconds and my foundation is on. And you can see these have a very similar finish, but this one definitely contains more glow. It has more luminosity to it because it does have those light reflecting particles inside. They're both just so beautiful. They're so, so beautiful. I'm gonna finish my complexion up with my MAC Prep Prime highlighter. This is the shade Bright Forecast. This is also a really great lightweight product to utilize in the winter or summer. Honestly, any time of the year, this is a really great product. I just tap it in, and I want to share a couple of different powders that I love specifically for drier months. The winter powders can be a little bit harder to make look nice because your skin, it's going on top of like skin that is typically looking a little bit drier, a little more dehydrated. So I want to share 2 different powders that I love for the winter months, especially. Just like you want to switch out your skin prep and really be mindful of what you're using on your skin in the winter months and your foundation, you also want to take a look at your powders. So what powders are you using to set your foundation? Are they more geared towards mattifying your skin? If so, you want to switch them out for more of a moisturizing or lightweight feeling on your skin. 2 that I love for winter, especially if you have extremely dry skin and you're trying to minimize that feeling of having any dry products on your skin in the winter months, but you also know that you need to still lock in your makeup and you want longevity with your makeup in the winter time. Switch out your mattifying powders. They're going to be too heavy on your skin and too dry. Instead, either of these are really great options for winter months. They are meant for anybody with more dry skin. The Cloud Set from Kosas, I love this powder. It feels like nothing. It feels very lightweight. It feels just, it doesn't even feel like a powder really. It feels just like nothing on your skin. But it will help to lock your makeup into place so you have that longevity even in the winter months. And the other one is from Make. This is the Diffusion Set Translucent Pressed Powder. So this was actually formulated for dry skin types. So it's a really lightweight feeling powder. It feels really silky, just like nothing on your skin. So either of these are just amazing options. I'm gonna do one on each side just so you can see what they look like. I'm gonna start with the Make powder and a 108 brush from BK Beauty, and I have the shade Light Medium, and just get a little bit and press it into any areas of your face you're trying to set. So of course, I always suggest under eye, but keep it more lightweight in the winter. And if you have really dry under eyes, keep it more lightweight. You only need a small amount to help lock in that concealer. And same with the makeup. You just need a small amount just to lock that makeup into place. And this is also really ideal for touch-ups throughout the day. It doesn't add a heavy layer no matter how many times you build upon it throughout the day. So I love it for that. And then the Cloud Set from Kosas. It's just fantastic. It's just a fantastic powder. I've hit pan. I need to get another one. But in the meantime, let me apply this with the other side of the brush on this side of my face. Both, like I said, are just fantastic options for winter to set your makeup. They're just, you can't go wrong with either one. So just where I need it and just where I want a little bit more mattifying, but in a nice natural way. I say mattifying, but it's not a mattifying powder. So I want that longevity under my eyes. So just pressing it lightly, keeping it really lightweight. Now to finish this updated skin prep and makeup routine for winter months, you also want to take a look at your setting spray. What setting spray are you using? Are you using a mattifying one? If you are, switch it out for something that's more moisturizing or hydrating. One that I actually love is from Elemis. I use this pretty much every winter. I should get another one, but this is a really great one. It feels amazing on your skin. It's like a 4-in-1 setting spray, priming mist, and moisturizing mist. So you get benefits all around no matter how you use it. If you want to use it before your skin prep, in between, right after foundation, wherever you want to put it, it's going to be a great product for the drier months when your skin is just looking and asking for more moisture. So it's the Elemis Superfood Kefir Tea Mist, and you want to shake this. You could use this throughout the day if you want just a little refresher, if your skin's starting to feel a little tight as it's going into winter and transitioning to the winter months. Okay, so this smells like a spa. It smells like a really nice, luxurious spa. But that is the final step in this updated how to prep your skin for makeup in the winter months. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, leave me a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what products you plan to switch out for the winter months. I would love to hear your thoughts. Tell me what's working for you. Tell me what's not. Let's have a conversation. If you like videos like this based on skin prep, I have plenty more. You can check them out right here. Give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss my future videos. And I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching.